whole purpose throughout history has been to teach a small number of people how to become adept at controlling everyone else. Their goal is to destroy all existing religions save theirs, all existing governments save theirs, and shackle the mob in a system of eternal oppressive debt chained to a computer for the rest of their life, in a propagandized world to make them believe that they are happy in this system. Now, do you think they're succeeding? Haven't I described to you just now exactly what is going on in the world today? Yes, they're succeeding. They're succeeding because the American people don't understand their enemy. They don't even know what's happening. There's a method to their madness. There's really not much method to yours, because you're operating from a place of ignorance. And until you change that, you're going to be bumbling around, bumping into each other, saying and doing the wrong things, not understanding the nature of your enemy. And if you don't understand the nature of your enemy and the weapons they use, you cannot fight that enemy. You can't fight the battle. You shouldn't even be on the battlefield. That's why you're losing the war. And don't tell me you're not, because I'm in a place of great knowledge about who's winning and who's losing this war. And I can assure you, you're losing the war.
Freedom fighters, I'm coming back at you with another one. Well, I was thinking back at that Buddy Brown video again. I mean, that video really triggered me. And, I'll admit it when it, something pisses me off or I get triggered. I'm not afraid to say it, but yeah, there was just so much content from that one video. I mean, like I said, I went back and watched a lot of, his videos. So it's not just that one thing, but yeah, I mean, that one Back the Blue music video he did, really set off the trigger button. And, I've just been watching a lot of his other content, and I don't think he totally gets it, but, whatever. I guess he's not, the total enemy, and that's why I mentioned before, we kind of have to stop all the infighting and unite as one if we're ever going to defeat this thing. But yeah, what really ended up getting me was that comment that I talked about on that video. In the PBD podcast comment. And, I was looking over that again. And I forget exactly what it said. But, it was the, it's going to be, the Civil War is going to be over in 24 hours. And just imagine us, patriots and the preppers and all the farmers and hunters versus the green and blue haired trolls, the troll army. And I talked about, this specific right-wing bravado that, it's going to be over in 24 hours. Well, if it's going to be so easy, then why haven't we done it already? And people don't seem to get it, so I figured I'd kind of expand on that idea and go even further into it. But then I saw a video a couple days ago of a flashback Bill Cooper video where he was talking about just this scenario. And, he said, I am in a great position of power and knowledge to know that we are in a war and you are losing that war. So when I say it, nobody believes it, or, they get on me and hate me for it. But I'm just here to bring you the real reality. I guess it's the black pill, that's what it is. But we are in a war, and you are losing that war. And all the guns and everything that everyone always says, again, us gun-toting conservatives, whenever we want to take care of the problem, we can take care of it. But, and these are the same people who are always telling me they stole an election. Okay, well, you had the guns, didn't you? I mean, what did the Second Amendment solve that problem? I don't think it did. And then they say, oh yeah, but then it was a military coup, and they brought in the military and cordoned off the White House, and they walled up the Capitol and brought in National Guard and all this stuff. They mounted 50 cows up on the roofs and all this stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, they are in a war. And you had the guns, didn't you? And then they say, well, yeah, but then they locked us down and we couldn't travel or assemble because of the event. Well, yeah, you had the guns, didn't you? You know, there's a lot of talk of stuff going on in the country about, you know, the drag queen story hours and all these parades and stuff. And they say, oh no, you won't do that at my kid's school. Oh, sure they will. I saw a guy's video a while back. I can't remember who it was, but, you know, he was like a Marine or Navy SEAL, you know, one of those kind of guys. And he's like, you know, nah, if I find out they're doing that at my kid's school, there's going to be hell to pay. You know, oh yeah, what are you going to do about it? You know, you're going to perch up 800 yards away and make sure it doesn't happen? Or, you know, what? What are you going to do, Mr. Muscles? You know, we just saw with Mike Glover. They don't care your position. They'll arrest you for assault like they will anybody else. What are you going to do? Go up in the school and roughhouse somebody? Or, no, you're not going to do anything. And that's exactly why we're where we're at. So don't act like the Civil War is going to be over in 24 hours and it's all easy. No, they are winning a different kind of war than a physical war. Like I said before, there's many different kinds. There's economical warfare, psychological warfare, all kinds of stuff. They own all the corporations. They own the media. They push the agendas. That they are in control. The war is being fought in other ways. And talking about, you know, that every place that you eat, shop, or do business with is lighting up their banners and their logos in rainbow. It's going to be everywhere you see. They're going to be doing the parades. They're going to be doing it all. So, you know, there's that. And the whole, well, yeah, if they do that, they can go, if they go woke, they go broke. I think I did a video on that last June. You know, they're not going broke. Yeah, they may lose a little bit of money. It may cost them, you know, a few customers. You might not shop there. They might lose a little bit of money. But they're not going broke. You know, heck, they might even have to close a few stores, and then we take that as a giant conservative victory. You have to understand, these people are playing the long game. They're playing for 15, 20, 50 years out. I mean, just look in the last decade. They were coming out with the reports recently that, you know, 20% of the youth now identify as gay. Or bi or whatever, which is the same thing. So, or they're gender confused or whatever it is. But nearly a fourth of the population is now identifying that way. Imagine what it's going to be in 20 or 50 years. And at that point, they're going to have the audience, they're going to have the customer base for that kind of activity. They won't need you anymore. If you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to boycott, I'm not shopping there, they don't give a damn. They're going to say, okay, go find somewhere else, and there won't be anywhere else, right? They're going to own everything, right? They'll own it all, you'll own nothing and be happy. They'll say, oh yeah, you want to go eat at the Bug store, Bugs Express? If you can't go find your bug protein, where else are you going to go find it? That's all, you know, under their control anyway. But, yeah, you get that, and you'll see the video not sure yet how I'm gonna post it. Usually I've been posting the videos at the front of the video, or the clip that I'm gonna talk about. That way you just kind of know the topic. But I might clip it in throughout the commentary here. I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna do it, but
this country was founded by dangerous men. Amen. And the moment the people in this country cease to be dangerous men, it's going to be the day we cease to have a country. And I'm going to tell you right now, unless we can be successful in creating a real free press, where the American people get different viewpoints other than those expressed in the establishment-controlled media, there's going to be a civil war in this country, and it's going to come soon. The only thing that can stop it is by waking up vast amounts of sleeping people. Sheeple is what they are. They are following the Judas goat right into the shearing pens, and from there they will go to the slaughter, and they will not know that anything is wrong until they smell the blood of the sheeple in front of them.
Yeah, the second part of Bill Cooper's speech, he talks about the country was founded by dangerous men. And I did a video about that before. I think it was Reno May's video, because his sign-off or his saying or whatever is, stay safe, stay dangerous or something. I can't even remember anymore because I don't even watch that, guy anymore. And I said, when's the Patriots ain't being dangerous. We talked about the streets of Chicago are dangerous. Cali is dangerous. The streets in New York are dangerous. It's not the Patriots. And when was the last time the Patriots have been dangerous? I mean, I'm genuinely asking, was it the 6th? Because that wasn't being dangerous. I mean, that is the least you should expect if there truly was a stolen election and a military coup. You have the right to assemble and to address your grievances with government. So, again, that wasn't really being dangerous or anything crazy. I mean, that's what you should expect to happen. And again, I mean, it was pretty much just a protest. And at most, you can say it escalated to a riot. But, all the other stuff they call it, it's just ridiculous. But, yeah, I mean, when was the next time? Or previous to that? I mean, Bundy Ranch, that was a big check on government, and that's why they can't have that, and they made an example of them. I mean, nobody died, so, I mean, it was peacefully resolved, but yeah, they made an example of those guys. I think Bundy got let out, but I think they charged, 5 other guys or something like that with that, and I think they're still in prison. I can't remember what happened to them all, but yeah, I mean, they make examples out of people who check government in that way. If you ever prove yourself to be actually dangerous, because, there was another video on this before, but, I think I touched on it on one of the previous videos with the guy that, the militia member who was a felon who was patrolling the border, who was actually defending his country. Again, if they see you taking those kind of actions, they're gonna, arrest you and make sure you don't take action to defend your country. But again, the jarheads, the Mr. Muscles, the personas out here, the Mike Glovers, the Tim Kennedys, they're not going to do anything. They are meant to follow orders. They only follow the orders of their overlords. Did a video on that, the monopoly of violence. They only get violent when they're told to. By corrupt, scum that's leading the country. But if they ever figure to go commit violence on their own behalf, they're going to get treated like everybody else, and they will be arrested and held to the same standards. So they're not going to do anything. Those guys that are telling you, oh yeah, these are my credentials, I did this, I did that, and, I'm some badass, Navy SEAL, and I do all this stuff, they're not going to put it to use here. They're not going to take the country back. But yeah, remember, I do not support, encourage any violent, illegal, unlawful actions. And don't listen to Freedom Fighter or say that Freedom Fighter told you to do it, because here I am telling you not to. But, yeah, don't even listen to me at all. Listen to Bill Cooper. Again, I'm not in any positions of power or have any secret knowledge of what's going on. I'm just telling you what I see with my own damn eyes. What's right in front of me. So, let me know what you guys think, and listen to Bill Cooper and make your own decisions. But yeah, till the next one, you know what it is. We are on our own. No one's coming to save us. So get right with God, because only God can save you. Freedom Fighters out.